for the thick of it all. If they don't give me room, well then I'll give them the wall. I'm gonna smoke my tires when the victory calls. I'm gonna be there, be there. I wanna see my face up on the jumbo screen. Feel the white hot metal of a winning machine. Because you win or you lose and there's no in between. I wanna be there, be there, be there.
NASCAR on speed. Be there.
2 races for these drivers to make it into the postseason, and we had short track racing to the Myrtle Beach Speedway in South Carolina. This is the Chick-fil-A 300. One driver's already locked their destiny in. They know they're in. That's points here. Jonathan Raines starts at the back of the field here tonight. Some other drivers, though, will have the opportunity tonight to lock their way in. Whoever leaves 142 points up on 11th in points will automatically lock up a chase spot 1 race before the end of the regular season. One of the drivers in a wildcard position, the 11 Keegan Thompson, on pole for tonight's race. Beside him, starting in second, is the 6 of Sebastian Kukulon. Then third place, it's Jake Galloway. Fourth place, we have Freddie Soto. And we're at the top 5, Bronson Minnick in the 12 car. Then in 6th place, Oliver Evans. 7th is third in the points, Brett Sierra. He can lock up a spot tonight if he has a good run. In 8th place, we have Luke Rainey. 9th, it's Casey Nanico. And starting in 10th, the 47 of Riley Spurley-2. Back behind them, we have Colucci, the 33, with Jeff Brett, the 5, to his outside. Then there's Jack Canaramo and John Smith trying to point his way in to the chase. Then we have Jennifer Beeford in the 20 of Adam McDowell, with Trey Rainey and Danny Lloyd, the 38. He's inside the top 10 of the points, but doesn't have a victory. Jonathan Beeford can try and lock his way in here tonight, along with Zachary DeLell, the 01, starting to his outside. Then there's Alex Reynolds and Jay Rando is inside the top 10 with the victory. Then there's Eli Bright and Kashawn Richardson, with Mathis Wells barely on the cut line, just in with the win, and Jack Marshall to his outside the 60. Then there's Tyler Fink, winner of last night's truck race. Hernandez, the 31, to his inside. Then there's Leon Capano, the 43, and the 41 of Alex Fletcher. Fletcher trying to get into the chase. Then we have Nogin Scott. He's trying to get in as well with a 10 of Landline, second in points to his inside. Carson Bowers, Andrew Bean. There's Jonathan Raines, the points leader, Nathan Green. Justin Zidell, Evan Hunter barely inside the top 10 in points. Then the final row, Edwin Mendez, the 40, and the 89 Marsh Burrow, one of our wildcard drivers, starting in the last position here tonight for the Chick-fil-A 300. So there's the starting lap. Let's go on trackside for the starting command to fire these engines up for racing in Myrtle Beach.
Drivers, start your engines.
That's 1-2, radio 2. That's down there. Crank it up and ready.
As you heard the Spire say to the drivers, fire it up when you're ready. 45 laps around Myrtle Beach, half mile each time around. Chase hopes on the line for many drivers here tonight. We'll see how the short track affects them. Drivers trying to lock their way inside the top 10. Drivers trying to get inside the top 10. Drivers trying to get wildcard spots. Thompson one of those in a wildcard spot. On pole, he takes the green flag. We're racing in the Chick-fil-A 300. Thompson with a great jump gets away with the race lead. 3 by 3 behind them. Brett Sierra forced middle by Nanico. Colucci takes advantage along. John Smith coming to the inside. Thompson leads the first lap for 5 bonus points. Behind them, cars already sliding up the racetrack. Some trying to get low, some trying to just get out of a 3-wide situation. Jacking around middle lane. Trey Rainey inside. Outside, Jeff Bright way wide. Freddie Soto in front goes almost into the wall. Danny Lloyd behind them almost goes in the wall as well. Spurgeon trying to get spots to the inside. Sierra still fading back on the outside. Galloway trying to clear Kukulon for a second. He still is not able to do it. Luke Rainey, the 22, got the wall. Danny Lloyd got the wall. They drop back. We're still side by side for P2. Galloway finally clears for the second position, and Kukulon's going to get clear for third. Minnick did not get off turn 4. How about John Smith to the top 5? Here comes Jennifer Beeford on Colucci to the 33 to the wall. Nanico to the wall. They both fade back. 4 wide. Sierra through it. Lost early 2. Beeford tries it hard to turn 3 on the inside. Now Brett Sierra to the wall. He'll drop back behind some drivers like the 66 and the 62. In front of the Brights, Eli and Jeff. Still green. Nanico fading back on the outside. His teammate forcing him wide. Sierra back into the wall. Into the 5 of Jeff Bright. Soto to the wall. Excuse me, that was Jack Marshall that got into the wall, but Brett Sierra's faded. He was inside the top 10. He's going to be back outside the top 30 in the span of a lap or 2. Back to 26, and he's still fading on the outside with nowhere to go. So Brett Sierra in danger right now. Still fading back as drivers try to get forward. Thompson has pulled away out in front. He's had a dominant race so far. He's led every single lap from pole position. Battle for second. Kukulon trying to get that spot back from Jake Galloway. Jennifer Beeford will get to fourth. As Minnick slid wide. Galloway wide. There goes Kukulon to P2 right where he started. Here comes Jennifer for fourth. Trying to get by Bron Smith and trying to bring John Smith inside the top 5. Cole Luigi as well. The 33 is there. 7 laps down in the Chick-fil-A 300. John Smith to 5th. Jennifer Beeford to P3. 88 flying the last few laps. Look at Jennifer go. She's going for a second on Kukulon. She has a fast car right now. She's really not saving her stuff. She wants to go now and get caught up to that 11 car. She's going to bring John Smith to 3rd. Jennifer to 2nd. John Smith wants 3rd. Jake Galloway wide. Maybe got a glimpse of the wall right there. And here comes Cole Luigi to his inside. Coda's a good distance back at the top 10 in points. Doesn't have a win this season. He could try and point his way in. The yellow flag's out for the first time, so that will erase Thompson's big lead he has as Jay Randall and Edwin Mendez have crashed. So one of the drivers inside the top 10 in points barely. Jay Randall's crashed down the backstretch here at Myrtle Beach. Caution flag number 1 on lap number 9. Let's see what happened to Randall and Mendez. These were the last 2 cars that were on the lead lap. Jay Randall 39th and Edwin Mendez in 38th. You'll see Mendez right there. He sees Noggins got up into the wall. He tries to slide down off to get a good corner exit, but Randall's down there. It spins them both around. Luckily for these two, Mendez hit nothing. Randall barely right there tapped the wall. They're going to be fine to continue on. They were the last 2 cars anyway. Now you just come down here and get 4 fresh Goodyears on it and get back out there and try and run faster. I mean, honestly, this may have helped them. If anything, it kind of got the field more packed up to where they can get positions. It was very spread out before this point. Now they just did a slide, come down here and get some tires. Not real damage to any of those cars. They'll be fine to continue on. So even though it's a bad break, it still worked out for them. Keegan Thompson, it did not work out for him. He had a big lead. He's led every lap from pole position, but now he'll have to deal with a fast Jennifer Beeford. Can she try and jump inside the 11 on this restart? Our first of the night will come just with under 30 to go. Green flag this time by, 31 to go when we get it. Keegan Thompson out front for pole position. Andrew B, one of our chase hopefuls, piston issue for the 05, puts him out and in the danger zone. Last car on the lap, Evan Hunter in 39th. One of those drivers trying to get inside the top 10, barely inside the top 10 as they ran coming into the race. It's Keegan Thompson, Jeffrey for John Smith, Josh Kukulon, Bron Smith the top 5. Luigi Galloway, Soto, Buford, and McDowell are the front 10. We are back green. Thompson gets a monster start. Buford does not. Kukulon got a good start for 4th. John Smith in 3rd also did. Freddie Soto passing Jake Galloway back there. With up for Jonathan Buford. At the front, Thompson wide. Here comes Jeffrey to the middle. How about a little 3 wide for the lead? John Smith to the inside. 3 wide at Myrtle Beach for the top spot. Smith inside, Jeffrey Buford middle, outside's Keegan Thompson. Do they make it through? Buford through the middle, gasses it up, and tries to clear 09 of Smith, and she does! Buford through the middle leads. But now she slides wide. Here comes John Smith taking her on the inside. Jennifer will lead the lap. The first one Thompson has not led all night long. John Smith now wants it. The 09 trying to get into the chase. Jennifer's into the wall. She'll drop outside the top 3. Here comes Minnick and Luigi. Luigi low on Minnick. Kukulon for 2nd, puts Thompson back. The 11 now way wide. Here comes Cole Luigi on Jennifer Buford down for that spot. He's trying to get inside the top 10 in points in his final Target Series season. John Smith really wide for the lead. Here comes Kukulon, our 2nd place starter. Kukulon, nice run down the backstretch. We do have a car, but it's Evan Hunter, so something has happened to the 28. Maybe some mechanical issue has put him off the pace or something, but he has faded. Caution is out again. 2nd one. Smith leads us back, and Brett Sierra may have been spun at some point in the 98. He's at the back of the field, and it doesn't look like he has any damage, maybe some rear end damage. We'll see what happened. Caution number 2. This time Brett Sierra with some issues on the racetrack. Remember, Brett Sierra started inside the top 10, was running up there when he got into the wall numerous times, fell outside the top 25, fell outside the top 30, got back up inside the top 30 to 27th, and got the wall again through turns 1 and 2, and Marshall Burrell kind of came up into him. I mean, Sierra was up against the wall, and he got spun hard into the inside. Caution flag out. He will have some front-end damage, but I thought that maybe the 98 would bounce off the wall and come down to the 89, but from this view, it looks like he was still scraping the wall when the 89 got to the wall. He's in the wall. Yeah, I mean, he was up against the wall when Burrow came up into him, so honestly, Burrow didn't think he was that slow, but My goodness. Brett Sierra, third in the point standings, could have locked his way in here tonight. It looks like he's going to have to go to Atlanta with some stress on him, as he's not going to have a great night. Right now he's back in 38th. The only cars he's ahead of is ailing Evan Hunter, and Andrew Queen's out of the race. For John Smith, he's still in the race and in control right now. He has second place star Kukulan back behind him. John Smith out in front in the Myrtle Beach 300, or the Chick-fil-A 300 at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Green flag right here, lap number 24. Bronson has come down the pit lane from the 6th restart position. Evan Hunter's a lap down. They tried to fix the issues on that car with extended repairs. It's John Smith, Josh Kukulan, the front two, as we're back green. And Kukulan with a great start, jumping inside of Smith into turn 1. That's what we need to do right there. He got a great jump. For third, Luigi to the back of Kean Thompson. Smith clears Kukulan to turn 3. That was a great job by Smith there on the outside of turn 22. Did not panic. He just kept it tough on the outside, made it stick. 21 to go for John Smith. Trying to lock his way into the chase. Minnick off pit road. He'll let the front 10 or so go by. Whatever the issue was to Minnick, looks like they resolved it. Now he's kind of merging back in the middle of the traffic. You have to watch out for this. It's 3 and 4 wide. He'll slide up there 4 wide off turn number 4. Can they make it work? A lapper in the middle. And some chase hopefuls along with them. R22 trying to get inside the top 20 points. Buford's inside the top 10. Makes force the ball into the wall. Oh man, if I'm a lapper, I don't want to be doing that right now. Thompson trying to work his way back up, starting on pole at the first 11 or so laps when he got passed for the lead by Jennifer Buford, and then John Smith passed Buford. Thompson wants those spots back. He's trying to look for a second on Kukulan, but Kukulan looking on Smith for the lead with a great run down the back into turn 3. Here comes Luigi for third. Cold Luigi picking them off one by one up to P3 as he come off turn 4. Kukulan still hounding John Smith. Front 6 have gone away. Amigdala last of them. 7th is now Fletcher. 8th is Jake Galloway. 9th place Alex Fletcher, Oliver Evans. And right on the top 10 is Eli Bright in the 1 who has come forward. See Mathis Wells still fading as he's gone to the wall numerous times the last few laps. Thompson going to fall inside the top 5 for the first time tonight. 6th position. He'll fall to his Amigdala moves around him. I think Luigi's going to get to second here. He got a great corner. To P2, he gets by Kukulan. Jeffrey Buford, one of the best cars tonight, coming back forward. The 88 car. John Smith, though, out front. 16 laps to go for the 09. Luigi and Buford chasing him, second and third. Yeah, how would you like to be John Smith? You look in your mirror and you see 2 Target Series champions as the yellow flag is out again. And it's a big pile up down the front. Hunter involved, Sierra involved again. Campana, Scott, Richardson, Wells. Buford to second, back to the caution flag with 15 to go. We're going to restart with about 10 to go here in Myrtle Beach. It's going to be an interesting one for sure. John Smith with the race lead, Jeffrey Buford second as they try to get around these lappers, and they barely slammed on the brakes to be able to do it. Caution flag in the air, multiple cars involved in this one. A big crash down the front stretch will take numerous drivers out of the Chick-fil-A 300. This wreck happens for about half a lap. Down the backstretch, they get 4 wide. And 4 wide at short track normally does not work. We saw it work once before earlier in the race, but this one's not going to work entering turn 3. See, they're 4 wide stacked up. Reynolds going to cut down a second of points landing lines, kind of slides up. They make contact, can't get off each other. Hernandez into Soto, into Wells. The 87's going to climb the wall. Mathis Wells, one of our chase hopefuls, up onto the wall. He's going to slide down and flip off it. But the crashing happens in front as Wells then does a barrel roll back down to all 4s. He's going to drive away because that roll wasn't really terrible. I mean, it was bad, obviously, but it wasn't really one of those bad rolls where it's going to take someone out of the race. It might take him out, but he's at least able to drive away from it. So watch this roll, and then we're going to watch what happened on the front stretch with Campana and some of those others. Campana got forced into the inside while trying to miss the crash, and it caused another stack up. So watch Leon up here, this 43 car. DeLello trying to cut down, puts the 43 to the inside wall, spinning Campana into Burrell. Kashan nowhere to go. Hunter flies in. Jay Randall now gets got. Brett Sierra hits the 28 with the 40 hitting as well. A lot of chase hopefuls involved in this one. Hunter, Rando, Wells, Scott, Sierra, Campana. I mean, there are a lot of drivers trying to work their way up inside the top 10 points, inside the top 28 points that were involved in this one right here. Now John Smith will have the field behind us, some Target Series champions behind him for this restart. John Smith, Jeffrey Buford, Colucci are going to be the front 3 for what might be our final restart of the night here at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. 10 laps to go with the green flag. Will we get another yellow flag, or will this race end under the green? Evan Hunter, Kashawn Richardson, and Marshall were all out. Minnick still 1 lap down, 35 cars currently on the lead lap. Can John Smith hold on for his first ever victory? Can Jeffrey get there with Cole Luigi? How about Kukulon? And how about Polster and Keegan Thompson? That's the front 5 for a restart with 10 to go. We're green. Great jump for Jennifer. She'll look low. A great move for Jennifer Buford. Here comes Kukulon for 3rd. They'll drag race down the back for the top spot. Smith on the outside, Buford on the inside. Buford keeps it down there. Battle for 3rd still on as Jennifer Buford takes it from John Smith. Not quite yet. Smith still fighting on the outside. Jennifer will clear. She's out front. Kukulon to 3rd. And Smith with the crossover back to the inside. All right, he didn't have his nose there, but he's shown that he's still fighting. Keegan Thompson back up to P3. Our pole sitter is coming back. Does he have the laps to do it? 8 to go. He has the laps and they start battling in front of him. John Smith still pressuring Jennifer Buford, not letting her get away. He knows he has a fast race car. He's led most of the laps here tonight. He's looking back low in the 88, trying to slide her up the racetrack, but Jennifer gets the run on corner exit. 7 laps to go in the Chick-fil-A 300. John Smith fighting for his first win. Jennifer Buford just wants another one to her trophy case. Luigi still fading on the outside. He's back up to the top 5 as Alex Fletcher moves around. But this battle for the lead, too intense to pull away from, because Smith is hounding Jennifer Buford. 6 laps to go. Yellow flag would end the race. Smith knows that. That's why he wants to get out in front as quick as he can. But Jennifer's running perfect right now. Battle for 3rd, heating up a little bit right there as Kukulon and McDowell look on that 11. Still at the front, 2 cars to settle it. 5 laps to go. Brett Sierra off pit road in the 98. Issues hit there. For 3rd, Adam McDowell moving by. Keegan Thompson. John Thrain's looking at Cole Luigi, our points leader, is back there moving forward to the top 10. But it's John Smith to the front with 4 to go. He's past Jennifer now. Can Smith now pull away? Does Jennifer have more of say? 4 to go. Smith a little wider than Jennifer. She gets a nice corner exit there. All right, she's back to the back of the 09 now. It's a short track. We might see some bump and runs late in this race. Might see some being and banging. And Amy Dow's in 3rd. Just watch for that. 3 to go. Smith trying to block Jennifer. She had a little bit of a run. Smith took the inside away from her. John Smith, Jennifer Buford. A battle for the ages. A duel for the ages. Coming around to 2 to go. A mile left this time by. Jennifer with a peek to the inside. But Smith gets the corner exit. 2 to go. Who will hold on and win? Smith with a better corner exit that time. He pulled just maybe an inch on Jennifer. The 88 looking back to the inside. This will come down to the wire. We're going to get to the white flag under green flag conditions. White flag is up. Final lap. Who wins the Chick-fil-A 300? John Smith or Jennifer Buford? Jennifer with a peek to the inside. Smith a little wide. Down the back into turn 3. Will we see a bumper? Jennifer tries. Smith holds it to the bottom. Off turn number 4. Jennifer looked to the inside, but it's too late. John Smith will win in the Target Series. Well, you know you're good when you have to hold off a Target Series champion for your first win. John Smith did just that, and he wins in Myrtle Beach for his first ever win. That's a way to do it. That is a way to do it for sure. Jennifer gave it her all. She ends up in 2nd, but it's John Smith helping his chase chances greatly with a win tonight in Myrtle Beach. Let's go see the finish results and see who's locked in after a crazy race in Myrtle Beach. Here are the finish results from the Chick-fil-A 300 at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. 3 caution flags for 15 laps here tonight, but we had 6 lead changes, 4 drivers battling there at the top spot. And the 2 drivers that battled at the end of the race, John Smith, Jennifer Buford, traded the lead a few times. John Smith comes out on top over Jennifer Buford by about a car length. That was how much it was. Smith barely beating out Jennifer Buford there. Smith led the most laps at 23. Buford led 6 laps. Adam McDowell battles up to get 3rd. Keegan Thompson from pole led 15 laps, but ends up in 4th. And Sebastian Kukulon rounds out the top 5 in the 6th car. Cole Luigi, another great result in 6th. I mean, he's got a shot going into Atlanta to try and get into the chase. Alex Fletcher, a great result in 7th, coming back to finish well after starting bad. Jonathan Rains will extend the points to the 8th place for him. He somehow found a way to get up from 35th up to 8th. Casey Nacko 9th, and Jeff Bright the 5 rounds out the top 10. Eli Bright will get 11th, Jake Galloway in 12th, Carson Bowers 13th, Jonathan Beeford 14th, and Riley Spertu 15th. Then Trey Rennie 16th, second in points, Landon Lyons 17th, DeLello 18th, Hernandez 19th, Zydell rounds out the top 20 in the 9-9. 21st, Oliver Evans, 22nd, Jack Marshall, 23rd, Luke Rennie, 24th for Nongan Scott, and 25th for Freddie Soto. Then Jay Rando, 26th, Danny Lloyd, 27th, Tyler Fink, 28th. Matt Wells flipped over and got 29th there tonight. I mean, just shows that that didn't really do much damage to the car. He climbed the wall, kind of fell off the wall, and didn't really do much damage. He continued on and finished 29th, and Alex Reynolds got 30th. Jack Henry 31st, 32nd to Edwin Mendez, Leon Capano 33rd, Nathan Green 34th, Bronson Macon 35th, 36th for Brett Sierra. Then out of the race were Marshall Burrow, Sean Richardson, Evan Hunter, and Andrew Bean. Let's now go see the point standings and who is locked into the chase with one race left in the regular season. Here are the point standings. 2 spots are locked up heading into the final race of the regular season, which means there are still 10 spots up for grabs. Jonathan Rains and Landlines, the front 2 points, are into the chase no matter what happens at Atlanta. They are automatically, they're guaranteed a spot. They're far enough ahead of 11th in points, Mathis Wells. So those 2 are locked in. Jonathan Beefer and Brett Sierra are 3rd and 4th. They're very close to each other. 1 point separates the 2. They really just have to finish top 30, and they will make it into the chase. They've had such great regular seasons. The bad few races that they've had are not going to affect them much. So as long as they can finish top 30, they'll get. And even then, I think as long as they just finish the race, they'll probably be all right. They can finish 40th. They'll probably still be all right. Fletcher currently 5th in points with a great shot. Danny Lloyd 6th, 7th place John Smith. That win really boosts him up and into chase contention right now. 8th place Nathan Green. Keegan Thompson, the great result, moves him up to 9th, and Jay Randall is down in 10th. Those 2 drivers right there are tied. But then there's a great gap from 10th to 11th in the points. Jay Rando and Keegan Thompson right now tied 9th and 10th. They are 57 points up on Mathis Wells, who is now 11th in points. Noggin Scott is 12th, he's 65 back. Evan Hunter in 13th in points is 87 back, along with Ko Luigi. So those drivers have some good ways to go to get up there. 15th in points currently Marshall Burrow. They have Andrew Bean in 16th, DeLello 17th, McDowell 18th, Soto 19th, and Minnick rounding up the top 20 in the 12 car. Right now, the 2 wildcard spots, Mathis Wells 11th in the points, and Evan Hunter 13th in the point standings. Marshall Burrow will have a shot. He's only 1 point behind Hunter for that second wildcard spot. Adam McDowell and Freddie Soto, they can try and get up there to Evan Hunter and pass him, but what they really need to do is go out there and win at Atlanta, and they will get a wildcard spot with those 2 victories. And then don't count out maybe someone without a win falling out, maybe Mathis Wells jumping in, and that would be Burrow and Hunter with the wildcard spots. So a lot can happen, but also watch out for McDowell and Soto to try and win, along with drivers like Kukla and Jeff Bright. If they win and they bump inside the top 20, they get a wildcard spot. Campana, Spurley, 2, Eli Bright, Jennifer Beaver, I think their chances are basically dashed at this point for the chase. Edwin Mendez definitely dashed along with Tyler Fink, but I have to believe that maybe the last drivers that could possibly get in, Jeff Bright and Kukulan, they have to go out there and win at Atlanta, though. That's really their only shot to do it, but it's gonna be close, that's for sure. I mean, that wildcard spot could come down to anyone. Ko Luigi could win and bump his way in. Noggin Scott could win. You could have McDowell and Soto or Jeff Bright or Kukulan go out there and win. Bean or DeLello could go out there and win. So there's a lot that could happen in Atlanta to turn this whole season around, turn the whole chase picture around. And it's going to be exciting to go out there and see who makes it in with one last race to go. We're going out to the Atlanta Motor Speedway in Hampton, Georgia. It's the UPS Last Chance 300. I will see you guys then.